trance and prosper. Hi, I'm Professor Brian David Phillips, and I thought I'd do a little VR180 chat, a vlog, if you will, a little howdy-doody. This is a VR180 video, so if you're watching it in a virtual reality headset, ooh, it's in 3D. How special. If you're not watching it in a virtual reality headset, then it's just me in my office in 180 degrees. It's a mess. I know this. Anyone who knows this, so hey! Alrighty, quick chat. Just a fun little story to start the year off. As many of you know, I teach hypnosis. Ooh, Tramian. And when I teach hypnosis, I tell my students, you should be studying from as many different teachers as possible. Seriously, you really should. Don't just take my material and copy me. I know I'm awesome, but I may not be your kind of awesome. You need to take the skill sets that I and other teachers present and make it your own, and put your own personality into your presentations and your work. But yeah, be that as it may. What am I here to talk about? Let's talk about, adapting to a client's needs and preferences. Long, long ago, and dinosaurs walked the earth, when I first came to Taiwan, back in the Stone Age, I had just begun working with folks in hypnosis. And my very, very first professional hypnosis client was a CEO at a corporation here in Taipei, Taiwan. And he contacted me and said, "Can you work with me for stress?" I'm a hypnotist. My master's degree, I worked with communication apprehension, which is a form of stress related to communication, and I needed clients. So I very cleverly said, yes, I can do that. Mostly because, yes, I could do that. I studied, I had the skill sets, let's work with him. He came to my office, not this office, I was in a different office at the time. And he sat down and we chatted. I'd already done my initial intake, so I did my in-person intake. And when I say client intake, what I mean is, I chatted. And as I chatted, I listened. I listened to what he had to say. Oh, odd. Why would I do that? Well, because I was listening for the words he used, the way he expressed himself, and any information I might be able to use. I immediately ascertained that he wasn't very good at relaxing. He actually told me, "I'm not very good at relaxing." Oh, clever. I listened to that. And I asked him what did he mean when he said that he didn't know how to relax. And I asked, well, is there anything you enjoy doing? And he got onto baseball. He got onto baseball. And when I say he got onto baseball, he got onto baseball. This guy loves baseball. I wonder how I might use that. Baseball. I wonder how I might use that. And I wondered how I might use that. And I really did mean that. I wondered how I might use that. The client was presenting with this particular problem. Can't relax. Very stressed. In fact, he was so stressed that he was having physical pain because of it. He had backaches all the time. Stress backaches. Not a physical problem, but a stress-related difficulty. He said he liked baseball. And when he said he liked baseball, he said he liked baseball a lot. Meaning he said that a lot, and he liked it a lot. And I wonder how I might use that when talking to him a lot. And I incorporated the material he gave me, that is his love for baseball, in the techniques I use. Now, I trained with Elman-based hypnosis. Now, my very first course in hypnosis, I learned autogenic relaxation. That's something I used when I was working my master's on communication apprehension. We worked with people who had a severe fear of public speaking. We used autogenic relaxation systems, essentially a form of progressive relaxation and muscle tension relaxation. That's what I first trained in, and then I learned progressive relaxation, and then I finally took a course in Elman-based hypnosis, which really clicked for me. I love Elman-based hypnosis. So, I used an Elman induction, followed by a little bit of muscle tension relaxation because he had stress related to muscle tension, and some massive progressive relaxation. But the progressive relaxation induction, I didn't use the typical deeper and deeper relaxed. Instead, I tied it into imagine you're playing baseball. And as you play baseball, imagine your alertness gets deeper and deeper. And as your alertness gets deeper, you can just relax into playing the game. Watching the game, watching yourself play the game, playing the game, watching yourself playing the game, watching yourself as you catch the ball and throw the ball. Notice how it's just so simple. It's a loving, wonderful experience as you play the game. And breathe. And relax. Then I slipped into a much more typical progressive relaxation. So I went from a baseball induction into progressive relaxation and just went into it with that pattern. I also used a little bit of reframing and some other techniques that hypnosis students would understand. But the thing is this, that progressive relaxation, after I'd done all that initial work and listened to how to get his imagination, because this guy's a critical thinker, and he's the kind of person who believes he can't relax. So if you just say, breathe in, breathe out, relax, he might not relax. And so I had to find an in. My in was baseball. Okay? And once I had an in, I could then use his responses and do a feedback loop to feed into that so he would relax. And then it was just simple progressive relaxation and the reframing, and I did this really massive ultra depth work, ultra deep relaxation. If you're familiar with my website, you've probably seen the ultra depth hypnosis materials on my site. Okay, now I did that, and I just wanted to relax it. Loose, limp, and relaxed. Like a wet rag. Just so deep. So relaxed. Deep. Deeper. Deeply relaxed. That's right. Just relax. And he was gone. Now he's still awake, but he snored. And I noticed something really weird. As he listened to me, relaxing him, I started hearing sounds. Like, and then a chain of firecrackers coming from his body. Not outside my office, but from his body, I started hearing explosions. This concerned me. Remember, this is my very first professional client, a CEO. If I can get this guy, I've got it made. I can get word of mouth and all sorts of great stuff. It'll be awesome. If I screw this up, I screwed the pooch. I'm done. I'm Nixie Nacky Nookie. And I worked with him, but those explosions concerned me. He didn't seem to be bothered by it. He was just enjoying the relaxing moment. So I let it happen, but I watched and listened. And then the session ended eventually. I bring him up, and the count of three, and number three, your eyes open, you're fully refreshed, your eyes open, head clear, feeling, ooh, that's nice. 1, 2, 3, ooh, Wonderful. How you feel? I feel awesome. And then it hit him. My backache's gone. I've had a backache for 20 years. I've never felt this relaxed. Of course, I taught him how to go into relaxation, but those little explosions, that was his muscles in his back loosening for the first time in 25 years. That's the sound of success. Firecrackers down your spine. He thanked me, he paid me, and he didn't refer anyone because he didn't want them to know that he had seen a therapist. However, that session taught me some wonderful things. Trust yourself. Make sure you have the skills going in so that you can work with folks. So study, practice, do all of that, and have confidence in your competence as long as you've done the work beforehand. Okay, I have done the work. I had my competence, and I worked with him. And he was a guy who had gone to hypnotists before. He had failed with hypnotists before, and he had told me straight up, I'm only going to you as a last resort because I really need to do something. This job is killing me. And yay. Some people do that, by the way. They'll challenge you. I've gone to a hypnotist before. They couldn't help me. What makes you think you can? Because you called me. You obviously need help. And I'm the guy you want help from. Some people not so much. Some people, you called me because you want to fail again. He wasn't like that. Typically people who are CEOs of major corporations, they've done a lot of work. They know they need to do something so that they can stay focused. So he wasn't actually challenging me more than he was actually looking for help. And I'm so glad and so happy that all those years ago, very, very many years ago, when dinosaurs walked the earth, I could help this guy. And I'm happy to help folks now. And I hope those of you who have taken hypnosis courses with me and worked with me and who have done the work, done the practice, that you too are feeling that special joy of actually helping someone solve a problem. That's the story of the baseball firecracker spine. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know if you did. If you did, do a fun thing. Click the like under the video. Likey. And also, if you're not a subscriber to my hypnosis-related channel, please go there and subscribe. I am shooting this in VR because, well, I've got a VR camera and I'm a really big VR buff. So I'm also posting it on my VR channel. Check out both if you're interested in both. Check out both. Check out all my channels. If you're only interested in one, subscribe to it. If you're interested in several, subscribe to all of them. Mostly though, hit subscribe for the channels you're interested in. And be sure when you subscribe to my channel, ring the bell. On YouTube, there's a little bell thing. If you ring the bell, that you click the bell, you'll get notices when I have new videos. Let me know if you enjoy this format of informally talking to you about stuff. If you don't, let me know. If you do, let me know. Click like, comment, share, and subscribe. For now, though, this is Professor Brian David Phillips saying, live, trance, and prosper. Bye-bye.